How many engineering, technology, computer science people here in an audience? Okay, so let's be honest. How many of you, deep inside, have that dream? The dream to walk into places like Google, Microsoft, Meta, and say, hey, I work here. Just take a step further. How many of you, just for a moment, think that probably this is not for me? How many of you felt that in order to enter into those tech giants, you have to have a degree from prestigious college? How many of you felt that your background, your circumstances are a barrier for you to get into those tech giants? I'm here to tell you my story. And this is a journey from, as you can see, from Gully to Google. And what are the lessons into this journey from Gully to Google? I believe there are some success pillars which you may find interesting and relevant, irrespective to whatever career path that you are having. So the story starts from a very tiny village, remote interior district of Raigad in Maharashtra. So I was born there, and I was not at all a studious student. Rather, I struggled to get even passing marks in the school. You won't believe, in 8th standard, I had like 68% of marks. In math, I used to got like 48 out of 100. And I felt like I'm lost. Nothing gonna happen with me. And then there came a Tare Zami Par moment in my life. Literally, I met a teacher whose name was Mr. Suraj Takekar, and he did something unconventional. I was in 9th standard, struggling to even get a passing marks in math. He asked me to teach a 10th standard class of math. And I was like shocked, and he said, no, you have to go and take a class of that. I prepared like anything. And that is a moment I realized, when you are forced to teach something, you cross your boundaries because you want to make your students happy. You want to make sure everyone in the class understands those concepts. And then you work so hard, and the byproduct is you get amazing clarity in that topic. So the first pillar that I'm going to tell you is this. If you want to master something, teach it. I'm teaching technology right from the school, right from the college. Right now, I'm in an industry. Every weekend, I go to academia. I spend time with students. I teach them. Let them ask complex questions. Let them challenge my understanding. And then only you will learn. And obviously, if you want to master something, teach it. So the schools, after this lesson, the things turned to be really good. I started teaching people in schools, and my marks were really increased, like 68% from 8th standard to 84% in 10th and 93% in 12th for PCM. And then there was a time to decide a college, for engineering. So at one side, because I had amazing marks, I could have gotten admission into very good engineering college. I decided to stay with the family. And at that time, you may not feel like, it's a graduation, go out, have some chill, spend some time with youngsters. But latter part, now I'm 38. Now I realize what is an importance of this pillar in my life. So if you change it, the next pillar which worked out for me a lot is, on the scales of life, family weighs heavier than prestige. I could have got a good prestige of doing an IIT and all that stuff. I still decided to stay in my hometown and do an engineering in that. So my 4 years were amazing, because family is a place where you are loved the most and you can act worst. So I enjoyed 4 years, and then comes a very important phase in your life, is called college placements. There, this choice really hit me badly, okay? Because it was a college in a small town, companies were not coming for campus recruitment, and I was really worried. This is an era of 2008, where there was a concept of joint placement drive. Means what? In remote colleges, instead of taking one drive, companies used to invite 10, 15 colleges into a single college. And it was like a Kumbh Mela of talented people, and they used to hire something. So this was the situation where I felt that, I took a decision to stay with the family, but now what? The third pillar that I learned during all these processes is, I said, companies are not coming. This is a campus drive. Hundreds of students in a classroom, couple of positions open. The third lesson I got is, once you set a target, then you do anything to achieve this target. And those targets may not be like in landing on a moon. Those could be a smaller targets, but work on a smaller target as if your life is dependent on this. The third pillar I learned in this process is this: if not now, then when? If not me, then who? So you should carry that attitude. They are here to hire. If not now, then when? So if not me, then who? Right? In that whole joint drive, which had like 10 colleges and thousands of students, they hired only one person, and that was me. So I was very happy, like, okay, I got a placement and things are good. And then I learned my first lesson in corporate, especially in software. That was an year of 2009, when the recession was big in India and IT industry. And I finished my engineering and I got an email saying that, hey, due to current market conditions, we are not taking you in, we are releasing from a pool, okay? So that was a big heartbreak. This is a time in my life I first believed that what is an importance of having option B in your life. I was so happy that I got a placement, so I was just enjoying my last year, saying that I'm going to go in a company straight away. Other people in my college, they were preparing for masters. I just gave a GATE exam, that is an entrance exam for IITs. I gave it so casually because I was not even planning to go there. I got relatively good percentile. It was something like 96.67 percentile, which was highest in the college, but not sufficient to go to IITs. And then I decided to go in some other colleges which are equal to IITs kind of stuff. So there is a very prestigious college in Pune called COEP. It is there from 18s of all that, right, from a British era. So I took admission there. So the next pillar that I learned in this process is this: plan B. You have always got to have plan B. Now, this is not only for you in your student's age. This is very important in corporates also. Many people recently have received this news, like there are a lot of layoffs happening, right? Layoffs happening. And when mostly people, when I reach, they say, hey, Bhushan, what is happening in your company? Huh? Is there any job security for you? Now, this is a very important question. What do you mean by job security? Job security doesn't mean that you will not be laid off. You may be laid off depending on the priorities of the company. Job security means if you are laid off today, you should have another job tomorrow. Then you have a job security. You have enough skills so that if you are laid off today, then you have a job security, then you can get, next job. So this option B applies to there also. So then I got an admission for masters. I started my masters and some funny thing happened. When I started my master's course, little bit the conditions in the market were good, and I got another email saying that you are a potential candidate and we are opening the hiring drive now. Will you join it? That time, I said that joining this company, I took so much efforts to join there, but now they are asking me to come, but I have already started the masters. That was a time to take some call, and I decided, let me finish the masters. And I just politely written an email to them saying that, can I do internship during my second year of masters and all that stuff. So the next lesson is very important, and you will realize the importance of that is don't burn the bridges. You will be surprised how many times you need to cross that river. So somehow there was some relationship with me and that company. Like I fought hard, they gave me offer, they rejected offer, they gave an offer again. I requested them, can I come? And then they agreed to give me an, while doing masters, you can do, internship with us and all that. I got a next very important lesson in this company working with those people is amazing, talented people. When I finished masters, I had multiple options because COEP is a very reputed college in Pune, and I had many offers in hand. And obviously this company also asked me to, can you join us after completion of masters? Even though the package was not comparable to other offers, I decided to stay with them. And the next lesson that I learned is this: people first, then money, then things. I never realized how important that decision was at this moment. The only emotional call that I took is, okay, I'm working with them and the work is good. Money you can earn little bit later. People first, then money, then things. And then after some time, you'll realize how important that decision was. By the time, while I was doing masters in COEP, I used to see professors. They used to have doctors in front of their name, doctor someone. And I used to see what a reputation these guys are having and all that. I read a book called The Secret in that time. And there was a law of attraction. And I was just figuring out, is there any scientific base to all these things? They look really fancy. Then I thought, let me create an experiment. I used to write in my personal diary, Dr. Bhushan Garware, Dr. Bhushan Garware. I was just experimenting. Like, does it work? Let me try it. I still have that diary where I had written, Dr. Bhushan Garware in front of me. Now this thing went away. I was working in a company. Few months back, there was an email from our CEO saying that, hey, in Pune, there is industry academia joint program going to be start. And I'm sponsoring few employees from our company for doing PhD in the university. And I just got to realization that, hey, this is law of attraction. This is what I had written in my personal diary, right? So next lesson is this: dare to wish. And this is very important. Dare to wish. Universal says, your wish is my command. I took an admission of PhD. I got chance to work with amazing talented people like Dr. Aditya Bhankar. We filed some patents. I got an gold medal for my PhD thesis. Everything was good. But one thing was still something ki maza nahi aa raha. When I was working in a company, I got chance to go to the US for some of the customer meetings. And my friend, she works in Google Mountain View head office. So I said, can I come to your office? Can I see how Google looks like? I went there. And that was a time when new joinees were coming in Google and they were wearing that nice Noogler's hat. That hat looks really pretty. So I asked her, can I buy this hat? Then she said, you have to earn it. You can't buy the Noogler hat. You have to earn it. So the next lesson that I learned is this: surround yourself with people who have bigger goals than you. Ambitious is contagious. So don't have a threat of talented people around you. It's a treasure because ambition is contagious. I don't know what happened. I started preparing something and one fine day I got an LinkedIn message from Google recruiter saying that, hey, we have a role. Do you want to check with that? Without waiting, I just say, yes, I would like to. I was so energetic, so enthusiastic, so overwhelmed. And that interview went really bad. And I got the feeling while giving an interview saying that kuch to galat ho raha hai during an interview also, because I was really extra, thinking about, desperate about getting the jobs and all that stuff. Enough. Then after few days, almost 6 months back, I got another call from a recruiter over a LinkedIn. And again, the same process. We have a position for you and all. This time, I did something different, and this could be beneficial for everybody in the classroom. The next pillar is, when life gives you second chance, grab it with both hands. This time I decided nothing. This is an opportunity. So few mistakes that I avoided. Which mistakes? First, so if you are giving an interview for giant tech companies, first mistakes that you should avoid is, do not jump on a solution. Ask a clarification questions. Clearly state your assumptions. Ask your interviewer, like, are we in line? Get their feedback. They are here to help you. They are not there to judge you. Okay. And then, I got an offer, and then I started working in the Google. So now when I go to academia and talk to youngsters, the very common question is, how can I get into the Google? Right? So there are two ways. One is you can go and apply, and you may get a call. Second way is get in the eyes of the recruiters. So first way, do definitely. Second way, what can you do? For the second way, I'm here to help you. No matter where you are, do your best. Maintain your technical social profile. Go and answer the questions on the technical forums. Contribute to open source. Write the articles on Medium. Help others. Teach others. Someday you will be in the eyes of the recruiters. So the last pillar that I have is this: keep going, because your best is yet to come. Thank you so much.